Alright, so welcome back, and welcome back to the Super Bladesman channel. Today we're going to be going through the likely, or my opinion, for the starting lineup for the first game of the season at Bournemouth, which is in 9 days' time, if my maths are anywhere near good enough. Either way, we'll get straight into it, no point wasting any time. So Simon Moore, he's not going to be playing, I'm not sure why I said that. Dean Henderson, obviously Dean's going to be playing, he's going to be starting, we didn't bring him in to sit on the bench, it's going to be the same as last season. Apparently this Michael Verrips might be coming in from, I think it might be a Belgian side, I'm not really sure which one it is. I'm not down on my Belgian sides, so we'll have to wait and see whether that legal battle ever comes to fruition and whether we sign him. But it's going to be Dean Henderson starting and Simon Moore on the bench. That's the boring one out of the way. So moving on to right wing back. Now, it's a bit of a difficult one, this one. For home games against the lesser sides, I know we're in the Premier League, we can't really call anyone a lesser side anymore, but against the teams where we might have a bit more of the ball, against the bottom half, we'll say, I would be inclined to play Freeman. And against the top half, or any away games, I'd play a Baldock. Now, I've said in previous videos, if we could smell more Freeman and Baldock, that would be amazing, because we could have Freeman's attacking prowess and Baldock's defensive prowess, because both of them are not great going the other way. Yeah, I would start with Baldock. I mean, he's a safe option. Freeman offers us something completely different going forward. I don't think Baldock's great in the final third, in the opposition's final third, whereas Freeman, I don't really trust him defensively. I had questions about Freeman defensively in League One and in the Championship, and obviously in the Premiership, so we'll have to wait and see. He does look fitter this year. It looks like he's lost, as I said yesterday, about a stone, or at least half a stone, so he does look better. I think he'll be useful. We should definitely use him. We're a different side when he plays, it's just whether you can risk it defensively. So Baldock will play right wing back for me. Right centre back, this is another contentious one. I didn't think it would be, but from what I've seen in pre-season so far, Jagielka's impressed me. Not sure whether he'll start at right centre back or if he will just be covered for Egan in the middle of the 3 or 5, whatever you want to call it. Basham I went to Barnsley, and Basham didn't impress me that day. I've said this multiple times already. He didn't have his best game, but he can have games like that. He can look like he's never played football and then look like he's a world beater, so Basham will probably play. Basham is definitely a more attacking option for Wilder, and Jagielka is the one where, when we're batting down the hatches against Arsenal and Man City, I'm sure Jagielka will be thrown in to try and combat some players like Aguero or whoever the hell Arsenal or Man City sign in the next few days. But starting at Bournemouth, I think he'll go tried and tested. Basham, followed by Egan. Don't really need to discuss that one, that's just a given. Assuming O'Connell is back from injury and he's not got BT flu, he'll start left centre back, and Ender Stevens will start left wing back. That's that. I'm not going to waste your time. That's almost nailed on. So moving on to the midfield, and this is where it starts to get a little bit interesting. Norwood, I think, is a given. We'll not discuss him. Fleck, I think, is a given. We'll not discuss him. Centre attacking midfield. Anybody's guess. That is assuming he plays a centre attacking midfielder, whether he plays flat three like we did in I think it was the second half of the first season in the Championship. I remember him Wilder starting playing that. I think it was at Norwich away when we won 2-1. Clayton Donaldson scored, and I think he played a flat 3 with Lee Evans, Leonard, and somebody else. It would probably Fleck. In the Premier League, I think we're going to see a return to that quite often, because we're just not going to have the same amount of ball that we had in League One, in the Championship. It's just not going to be a thing. We need as many people behind the ball as possible. I know attack is the best form of defence, but we can't go like full gung-ho against the majority teams, otherwise we're just going to get beaten 5 and 6, and that's not to say that we're not a good side, because we are. And I think we'll definitely surprise a few teams and a few pundits this season, but we're going to have to be careful. Obviously, there's questions over Lundstram. He didn't really play in the Championship. And somehow he might be starting the first game in the Premiership. He has looked good, I'll be fair to him. I'm not Lundstram's biggest fan. I think he's a fantastic athlete. It reminds me a little bit, if I can draw some strange comparison, Ramirez of Chelsea in the Premier League when he played there. I think he moved to China since. Similar type of player, great engine, can tackle, can pass. Just that's where it ends though. He's good at breaking up play, he's good at running with the ball and getting further upfield, but technically he's not anywhere near Fleck and Norwood. But saying that, I don't think it needs to be. If we've got those two already, we need a bit of a powerhouse, and if Lundstram can be that, then that would be amazing, and good luck to him. And I think I've got a sneaky feeling he might start at Bournemouth. He's definitely a safe option. The other alternatives, obviously, Luke Freeman could play, Ravel Morrison could play, although given how much he's played or how little he's played in pre-season, I don't think we'll see Ravel from the start at Bournemouth. Luke Freeman's a good option, but that midfield's quite small. Fleck, Freeman and Norwood, so I'm definitely going towards Lundstram unless we get somebody in. And even if we do get somebody in, it's quite late in the day at this point. I'd hazard a guess that it's probably going to be Fleck, Norwood and Lundstram at Bournemouth, which will be incredible. And then starting up front, we're going to assume that we've got McBurnie at this point because it looks almost nailed on. Apparently having a medical today as we're filming this, so we'll have to wait and see whether that gets confirmed today or most likely tomorrow, or whether he even goes to France for that friendly. We'll have to wait and see on that one. But he's probably not going to start at Bournemouth. To come in with, like I said, just 9 days? Yeah, 9 days until the season starts. That's asking a lot. He doesn't know any of the players, or he might know a few, but he doesn't know how we play. He's not used to the system, the tactics, the formation. It's probably best to give him a few weeks to get up and running and then throw him in. Now, one that he's pretty much nailed on, in my opinion, Callum Robinson. He's been the star man in pre-season. He looks unbelievable. He's something that and I'm sure many fans have craved. Pace, skill, trickery. Now I know we've not done too bad for the last few seasons. We've somehow gone from League One to the Premiership in 3 years, and I'm not entirely sure it still happened, but it has. And Callum Robinson he's just one of those players that gets you on the edge of your seat. You just love to see those type of players. He can make mistakes, he can lose the ball, but you can forgive it. You can forgive it because what he gives at the other end. So Callum Robinson, off either side or maybe slightly in behind. And then it's either Sharp or McGoldrick. Now, at Barnsley, McGoldrick started and Sharp came off the bench. It would be a brave call not to play Sharp as captain in the very first Premier League game, but I think he will go for McGoldrick. I think McGoldrick is probably a more defensive option than Sharp because as much as we all love Sharp, we all love Billy, he doesn't offer much outside the box. He just doesn't. Never has, never will. That's fine though. He's got better here. I think he's got better since he has been at Bramall Lane at that, holding the ball up and getting other people and playing other people in to play. But McGoldrick is just a better all-around footballer, as hard as that is to say. He's technically, in my opinion, one of the best players we've got, which is incredible considering Ipswich Town, who are now in League One, let him go the season previous. So I imagine brave call again from Wilder with Lundstram and then possibly McGoldrick. I think Robinson and McGoldrick, I think it will be very similar to the Barnsley lineup, apart from obviously Osborne played because of Jack O'Connell and Ender Stevens had to move inside. That's what I'd go for. Well, not necessarily what I'd go for, but that's what I think Wilder will go for. If you're talking my opinion, I think it would be pretty similar, apart from I'd just start Ravel Morrison because he can just create something out of nothing. If he's fit, obviously. Now, he is obviously a bit of a loose cannon. He's got a reputation for that. He could go and get sent off in the first 30 seconds, and then that's probably his first L already. He's just got talent. He's got something that quite a lot of Premier League players have not got. So that leaves on the bench. I don't even know if Mousset, we're going to go with Mousset. I don't even know if he'll even make the bench. He apparently played at Matlock. I think did we win 3-0? I think we did. Quite a few, first teamers played. He looked apparently unfit and carrying a bit of timber, shall we say. Whether that's just due to the shirts might be a bit small. But either way, it doesn't look like he's going to be starting anytime soon. So whether he'll play, we'll have to wait and see. It's obviously against Old Club Bournemouth, so it might be worth throwing him in for the last few minutes if we need a goal. We'll have to wait and see. Moore will obviously be on the bench. Osborne, I imagine, is a versatile player, can cover numerous positions. Don't think that Freeman will be on the bench because we've got that covering Osborne. He'd probably play on that side. Ravel Morrison and Luke Freeman are pretty much nailed on to be there. And Jagielka, I would imagine, and that is pretty much it. It's going to be a tough test, it just is. It's going to be a very tough test. Bournemouth are a good side. As much as Bournemouth, you imagine Bournemouth, and people saying Bournemouth, small club, which obviously the ground odds 11,000, people are desperate for tickets, and all the Facebook groups, Sheffield United Facebook groups are full of people begging for tickets. It's called a loyalty point system. It works, sort of. But they are an established Premier League club. They might be a small club, but they're better than we are in terms of player personnel at the minute. As hard as that is to say, it's just facts. A draw would be a fantastic result, get some points on the board to start with, and a win would be unbelievable. That would be party time. I think Brooks is out for Bournemouth. I think he's having an ankle operation, ankle surgery. It's going to be out for 3 months, which is quite a big blow for them. He looked very good last season. One of those times where you think, we sold him for 40 million too little. He's if he does go to Tottenham or Liverpool, which has been rumoured last summer and this summer, yeah, it seems like we sold him for a little bit too little. But that's that for this one. Let me know what your starting 11 would be, because it's a free-for-all basically. We've got certain positions like basically the defence and goalkeeper and probably 2 of the midfielders already like confirmed. They're already starting barring injuries, so we'll have to wait and see. But the front 3, 2 strikers and attacking midfielder, or the other midfielder if it's Lundstrom or whoever plays in the flat 3, if we do play a flat 3, we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, let me know in the comments. I will be interested to know. And let me know what you think of the proposed starting 11, what I said. But check out Super Bladesman, make sure to do that. I will leave a link in the top one of the description, as always. And yes, I hope you've had a good day. So please like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you next time.